Hey friends, welcome back to Jenny and Tony. We're so glad to be back with you guys. It's been a while. We have been on vacation a lot. We did 2 vacations, but we're so glad to be back here with you guys. And we wanted to tell you a story that happened to us while we were on vacation, hopefully to encourage you or to just to give you a happy story, because there are so many bad stories out there and sometimes it's good just to share a happy one. So we hope you're doing well. Let us know in the comments how you guys are doing, what you've been up to, and thanks for being here.
Jen and I's 5-year anniversary was just around the corner. So I'm at work looking all this stuff up on the internet. Jen's home looking at all this stuff up on her phone, and we're trying to meet in the middle saying, what do you think about this place? What do you think about this place? And then we're like, when we thought we found a cool place, it was booked up. Way too expensive as well. But we were like, you know what? This was our anniversary. We had so many things that we wanted to and needed to, celebrate.
We did. We had hit some milestones, and Tony had his new job, and we hadn't been on vacation at all in the 5 years.
Yeah.
And our honeymoon was just, basically we got married at a hotel and we spent the night at the hotel. So only one night. So it really wasn't like a full honeymoon. We didn't go away anywhere. So we were looking up hotels that had accessible swimming pools, which is so funny because you wouldn't think that would be such a big deal, but we haven't, Tony has not gone swimming since we went on our Disney vacation 6 years ago for our,
when I proposed to you.
Yes. Why couldn't I remember that? It was kind of a big deal. I'm like, I know it was momentous. Yes, when we got engaged. Yeah. So I said, you know what? We're going to try to do that again. I'm going to call all the hotels and make sure that there's an accessible pool in the ones that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Not only did they have an accessible pool, but they had many different lifts to go in and out. There was 6 different lifts on the property between the indoor pools and the outdoor pool that you could actually get into the pool. So 6 different lift machines. So this was actually our first choice, and this is the one we ended up getting. So we made a call to the hotel. Can I tell them this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So we made a call to the hotel and checked just to make sure that they were working, because you never know. Sometimes they're not going to work. And so, I just didn't know if the website was wrong. Or,
right.
I don't know. I just wanted to make sure.
How up to date everything was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we made a call and she said, yeah, they're all working. It's fine. Come on down. It's an accessible pool. It's good to go. So we could not have been more excited. The trip was awesome. Just the trip in and of itself was so fun. We even got to film a little Q&A for you guys while we were there. We'll link that at the end of this video if you want to watch that one next. To get to know us a little better. But it was just a beautiful setting for that.
The whole thing.
And we just had a really, really good time. So, the story. So...
Oh, can I tell them about the experience, what it feels like first? Or
well, maybe...
Save it?
Maybe that can be how we talk about,
yes,
why it was so awesome.
Yes, okay.
Or do you want to say it first?
No.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. So it got to be the day where we're going to go swimming. You have to get a technician to go down, at least for this pool, and the technician has to put the battery in to one of the lifts so that it'll work. So we coordinated with them and got the technician, and we got all dressed, got him in his swimsuit, got all ready, and went down to the pool. And then, sure enough, that lift didn't work. And we thought, oh, that's interesting, but there's 5 other lifts, so it's not a big deal. Well, it turns out that none of the lifts worked. And no one had been using them in a really long time, and so nobody really knew that they weren't working, and they didn't check them when we had called. So it turns out none of those lifts worked. So we were told that we could go to the hotel next door and use one of their lifts because they had 2 and those are working. And that's what we were told, that those lifts are working, and so we can go to that pool. So that's when we kind of got everything over. But the manager told us there was no accessible route to that pool, so we had to get in the car and drive and go in that way. So that was fine. We went ahead and went in. I go to try to turn on the lift, and that one doesn't work either. And they said the battery was already in it, so because they were expecting our arrival. So when it didn't work, I went to go I went to the desk to stand in line and speak with someone about maybe getting the technician to come and take a look at it, because I figured I was just doing something wrong. And that's when the next part of the story happened.
So while Jen was off talking with the manager and trying to coordinate with the technician, I had gone up to the machine and tried to figure it out because it's got like instructions on the side. But while I'm sitting there figuring it out, I didn't know this at the time, but a couple who were vacationing there, they were up on their balcony. They happened to be just out there enjoying their vacation, and they were wondering what I was doing. So
and they saw me leave to go back in the hotel, and so they figured there might be a problem with the lift.
Exactly. Like one technician had come out, and we tried to figure it out, and the only thing that we could find were like 2 cables and like a little switch that made the thing go up and down, and that's all we could kind of gather from what
it looked like
we were just looking at.
It looked like the whole thing was like from the 70s or something.
Exactly, probably was. But, so anyway, down comes this couple. The gentleman introduces himself as Trevor. And, we start looking at the lift, and he's like, yeah, I saw you from up in my balcony. It looked like y'all were having troubles. So Trevor and I are sitting there trying to figure it out. And he's getting in there and looking underneath all kinds of things. And I'm just like, in the back of my mind the entire time, I'm going, okay, this is already too much trouble. If I'm getting already this much of a spectacle, and that's like one of my biggest fears is like standing out. I'm just like, I don't want to call attention to all this. And I'm already just ready to say, because Jen's still gone, and I'm ready to, tell her, just like, this is going to be a little too much. Why don't we just, get ready for dinner and all that?
Yeah. Which I totally would have agreed to, because I'm the same way. I'm just like, okay, we don't want to be like,
Exactly.
I don't want to say a burden, but just, we don't want to ruin someone else's vacation just because, we wanted to go swimming. Like, sometimes things don't work out. And especially, you guys know, if you live with a disability, many things are not fair.
Right.
And if you live with a disability, you're disappointed probably pretty often with accessibility issues.
Yeah.
Because I just don't feel like, I don't want to go on a rant, but I don't feel like the world is very accessible. And I never knew that until I was with Tony. You don't notice it many people don't notice it unless they are disabled or have someone they love with a disability. But anyway, we were definitely just going to kind of bow out. And Trevor and his wife, Chastity, they would not let it go. Like, they were the most kind-hearted, big-hearted people that we probably have ever met. Like, they just kept going and going, and they didn't want to give up. So tell them what Trevor was doing.
So, well, I have to backtrack just a tiny bit, because Jen comes back down. We make all of our introductions and everything, and Trevor just kind of jokingly says, what's it going to take to get you in that pool? And Jen goes, well, we could just tip over his wheelchair.
He was totally okay with that.
Exactly.
And then the technician, because I said, yeah, we can just throw him in the pool. And the technician said, I don't know, he's a big fish.
That's right, he called me a big fish. He's like, this guy's a big fish. So.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yes. And then.
But Trevor was ready to go.
He switched.
Put you in there.
Yeah, he switched his attention from the lift machine to me. Like, how can we get you into
without this machine? Exactly.
Into the water.
Because he wasn't giving up.
Oh, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Not many people would have been that persistent.
Yeah, they would have been like, okay, if you don't want to go, you don't want to go.
Yeah, then you don't want to go. And they would just kind of like politely bow out. But he wanted it for Tony so bad. We have no idea why, except that he's a good person.
Yes.
Because he had there was nothing in it for him. There was nothing in it for him. Except to hurt his back maybe. But he would not. He was that nice of a person. And Chastity as well. She was just right there helping with every single thing and encouraging and telling us that, this is what they wanted to do and it was making them happy and they were happy to help us. And she just kept saying that over and over. And I was overwhelmed by it.
Ourselves.
So he's just grabbing any guy that he can. Remember, he went and found strangers.
Yes. So it's like, you sit here, which was funny because I'm in a wheelchair.
What else is he doing?
And he just like books it. He grabs this random guy, and he comes up and he's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. He's like, we need to get this guy from here to here to here to here to here. And
there was no question about it. It was like, this is what we're gonna do.
Exactly. He became like drill sergeant, and the guy was kind enough to help. He's like, I wasn't doing anything either. So, so anyway, we do that. They lower me from the wheelchair to the floor, I guess, or whatever you call it, and And then, we kind of just take like little steps in the water.
Let's stop here and show them the video.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to let you guys watch the video real quick. So that's what it was like when Tony got in the water, and actually a whole group of people helped get him in the water, and we're going to show you guys a picture of them as well, because we took a group picture and all of those people helped and made it possible for Tony to get in the water. So tell them what it was like, to be in the water and stuff. We stayed in a long time, as you can imagine. And people go to that much trouble to help you out. We're not going to take a dip for 20 minutes and get out. So we kind of camped out for the night, and we were hanging out with the group, and they were just so fun, and we had a great time. So what did it feel like for you?
The closest I can get to saying what it feels like is it feels like it's like I'm on a different planet. Even sitting in this chair, I feel like the weight of my body and everything, but you feel like a fraction of that, and it's an amazing feeling, because you aren't, I can sit there and swing my arms around, I can lift my feet up. I don't have to worry about falling over.
And I held on to him the entire time because I was so scared that he was going to either float away or sink or something. And he wasn't, but I kept holding. Remember, I was holding, and Trevor was holding him. And at one point, we put a floaty on him.
Yes, there was a huge inner tube or something like that.
Somebody had left a huge inner tube, and we thought that might be kind of fun to,
so
put on him so that he would have a place to put his arms and stuff.
Exactly. So we kind of like took that as ours, and they put it over my head and pull my arms through, so that I was just kind of draped over this thing. And it allowed them to kind of relax, and we were all just like hanging out and
so he could just comfortably hang out for like a long time.
Oh yeah. And I kept telling him, I was like, this feels so good. This feels so wonderful.
Yes, it even helped with your swelling a little bit.
Oh yeah,
because Tony has been having a lot of swelling in his ankles
sitting in my
and feet
wheelchair
lately.
all the time.
Yeah, and so we noticed the next morning when he woke up, his ankles looked way better. So pool therapy probably might be something we need to look into, whether it be at another place or at like if we get a pool one day in the future, it might be really smart. So because he benefited so much from it. We're just so grateful that we got to do that. We're so thankful to Trevor and Chastity for helping us out and going way above and beyond.
Oh my goodness.
For something not, and I'm going to try to say this and have it make sense, but for something so seemingly unimportant, they really went above and beyond. And I kind of feel like so many people could look at this and be like, who cares? Who cares if you go swimming or not? Like, it's not a big deal. Like, why all the effort for just somebody to go swimming? But if you really think about it, you get told no for so many things, like I feel like Tony is
like I got used to it.
Does get left out of certain things just by necessity because of his disability. And so for someone to say, yes, you can, like, we're going to make a way, and for the answer not to be no, again, like, no, sorry, the lift's not working, you don't get to swim. For someone who gets told like no a lot, I felt so happy as his wife that he got told yes, and it just made me so happy that he was included, even though it was an effort. But you know, they truly felt happy to help, and that's a rare thing.
Yeah.
It was super
Yeah.
memorable and just really sweet, and we made some great friends out of it. So
yes.
we're
Wonderful people.
really hoping to reconnect with them soon.
Yeah.
And they're just great people. So we love sharing our stories with you, and we love that you guys are coming along with us on this journey. So remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, friends.